Welcome back. It's that time of the week where we introduce you to a furry friend looking for a forever home.
Now, this one's real comfortable. Joining us once again, Jen Duckworth from Paws. That's Paws with 2 A's, WS. Go to their website and you can see the profile of, well, cute pooches that are on the hunt for snacks right now. And who is this?
So
Sinka.
this is Sinka. She's found the snacks. Come on. Come on, girl. So this is Sinka. She's about 2 to 3 years old. She is being a little lazy, I guess. She's some sort of pity, something like that. She's got the cutest little ears. They're huge, like little sonars.
Kind of reminds me of old Spuds McKenzie from the Budweiser commercials.
If she just would stick her face in and get a little spot. But she is about 2 to 3 years old. We're not really for sure. She right now lives with a family that has a 4-year-old and loves that little kid. And the kid loves it. So she's great with kids. I don't think she's been socialized a lot with other dogs.
It took me a couple minutes to warm up to her, or her to warm up to me, but she did.
Yeah, and men, she's a little, but I think it's just because she's not around him every day. Yeah. I mean, she certainly wasn't scared of Cody or you at all. Yeah. It's not a fear, it's just an unfamiliarity. But have
she
a treat,
is getting comfortable though.
Yeah, she is.
Lovable, lovable. And what has it been like so far with you guys? I know we've been doing so many stories with a lot of shelters looking for homes. You guys don't have a brick and mortar facility, but I know you're always looking to help other organizations here. And what has that been like for you guys?
So it's been really, really busy. So there's been quite a few requests to take on some dogs, and there's been so many strays because of the floods that I'm sure that everyone is going to get overflowed really quick. And animal control in all of the counties are just going to go a little haywire soon.
And some of those dogs and cats that may be abandoned out there because of the property that they live on has been destroyed because of the flooding and the residents have left. There'll be a recovery. Those folks may be able to get out there and find those animals at some point at the shelters and some of those intake centers. But when we see like the roof down there in Hopkins County in their Humane Society ripped off, there's a ripple effect tri-state-wide, and you were kind of sharing with me the formula for this. If you foster an animal, you're really helping out almost a dozen other animals as opposed to just one at a time.
Explain that a little more.
So every time we are able to take in a dog, that dog gets adopted. All the dogs get adopted.
Yeah.
Some just take longer than others. And it's a little more successful through an adoption agency like ours or some of the other locals. But every time you adopt one and you foster it and you adopt it out, you then open your house to another one and another one and another one. And so if you think that you only keep one for a couple of weeks or a month or two at a time, you can help 10, 12 dogs so quickly. Yeah. And that takes the burden off of these brick and mortar shelters that are having such a hard time right now. I'm out of treats. Who can only help what they have space for. And with the damage that so many have had, even if they still have their building, some of them have water, some of them have
some of them had to rise up the cages because the water was coming into those places.
Oh, yeah.
And so what's it been like? Let me ask, I just had my question in mind and then I just forgot it off the top of my head. What kind of home is Sinka, good at? I know you mentioned with children, but this is probably the biggest she's gonna get. But what kind of environment do you think she would be good with?
I think she would be good with a family and one that's active, but I don't think she's going to require, someone who's going to take her for a walk 3 times a day.
She's going to require treats.
She's going to need a healthy dose of treats. And
she heard it. She heard that word.
Thanks to Pet Food Center, she's going to go home with a bag of treats.
Yeah, tell us about that. If someone does want to adopt Sinka or any animal, what is the partnership between Pet Food Center and Paws? So
Pet Food Center has been nice enough to not foster, but kind of sponsor all of the dogs that I bring on to, and that's you. Oh, it is. So she's going to go home today with a bag of food, a bag of treats, and in that bag of treats, there's going to be toys, treats, Frisbees, things for the house. One of the things that I saw in the bag the other day that I thought was super helpful, probably more so for me than her, is my dogs have long hair, and it's a sink drain hair stopper. So Pet Food Center has all those little things too that you don't think of, but are super inconvenient to have to clean out.
What are items that, if someone's at home saying, I'm not ready to foster or adopt, but I do have the financial means to help out. I know money's always great, but what items specifically do you guys need for these dogs and cats?
Well, right now, because of the weather and everything, we are in need of crates and blankets and dog beds, because those items are kind of more expensive. They last for a long time, But with our fosters, we don't know what they've been through before. So it may be something that they tear up. I mean, these things are, they kind of sometimes have short lives. Not like a crate where a crate's going to last 10 years. Dog beds, sometimes they have to be replaced every year, especially when we have these dogs and dog beds are hard to wash. And when they're not used to it and maybe they're not fully potty trained because they've not been given, that one-on-one attention to be housebroken, she is. And she's also crate trained. So she's not going to tear those things up, but dog beds, leashes, food, and the unfortunate, always money.
Absolutely.
We always need money.
And we also need to highlight the cats too. Megan's heart is hurt when we don't talk about the cats.
It's okay. It's okay though. It's okay. I love my cats though, but I know litter. We go through litter, food. I mean, these things that you go through quite a bit.
The litter and the food is a lot,
especially the wet food.
We're getting cats. It's almost kitten season, and then I'm gonna have probably a month of just cats where you're like, what would be nice? A dog.
Well, we thank you so much for coming in today. If someone does want to adopt Sinka, where can they go?
So you can find Sinka at paws.org with 2 A's, and she is Sinka, or you could always just search Furry Friends and find her there.
Wonderful. Jen Duckworth, thank you so much, and Sinka for coming in today. We'll be right back after the break. Stick around.